Hi, everyone. Welcome to Module 5 of Business Research, Exploring Business Research Methods, Business 325. In this lesson, we're going to focus on observational research, which is one of the most useful tools in qualitative research, in my opinion. Observational research allows researchers to study how people behave in real situations. Instead of relying on what participants say they do, observational research focuses on what people actually do. So this is especially valuable in business settings where customer behavior often reveals insights that interviews or surveys can miss. So observational research collects data through our senses, what we can see, what we can hear. It works best when we want to study behavior as it naturally occurs without interference. Because observation is typically a passive form of data collection, it allows researchers to capture kind of real world behavior without disrupting the environment, right? You get to observe and watch. This makes it particularly useful when studying routine actions or interactions or processes. So, designing an observational study requires a couple different important decisions that we need to make. First off, is our researchers must decide what exactly is being observed. Are we observing factual actions? Are we interpreting meaning from behavior? What is it that we're intending to do and get out of this research, right? What is it that we're wanting to see? The next question, we need to decide where the observation will take place. This could be in a natural setting like the workplace or the retail environment, or in a more controlled setting like, say, a lab. Many observational studies fall somewhere in between all this, right? And so researchers need to decide how involved the observer is going to be. So this comes down to some real world logistics. Is a researcher, if they're doing business research in a grocery store, are they going to sit in a grocery store every day for 16 hours a day for 365 days a year to study the movement, behavior, and purchasing characteristics or purchasing decisions of people throughout all the seasons and compare that to weather patterns? Probably not, right? In some cases, the observer remains separate and simply watches from a distance. In other cases, the observer may participate in the setting depending on the research goal, what the budget is. Sometimes research boils down to a budget. Right? We could pay people to sit there and watch people in the grocery store every day, all day for an entire year. But logistically, is that the best use of our time? Probably not, right? Maybe we can extrapolate data from doing smaller sets of research or figuring out a different way. Again, that's just one example. There's actually an infinite number of possible research setups and situations and environments. So observational research typically falls into two broad categories: non-behavioral and behavioral observation. So non-behavioral observation does not involve watching people directly. It includes methods like analyzing records, examining physical environments, or tracking steps in the process. Behavioral observation, on the other hand, focuses directly on people, right? This includes observing their body language, their speech pattern, their movement, their interactions between individuals. And there's a variety of ways in which that can be conducted that you'll learn in this module. So, to summarize, observational research helps researchers understand real behavior in the real setting, and that's what we're focusing on. So, in this module, we still have our two discussion posts. So, I'm very excited to be getting involved in discussions. We're having a great time discussing. I think you're sharing a lot of great thoughts. We're continuing on our project, so make sure you're staying on top of that. If you want me to review anything or you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. I'm happy to review and discuss with you. Thank you, and I'll see you in our next module.